and I'm feeling called to use these 30 days to get a little bit more transparent, a little bit more brave and courageous in sharing who I am and coming in to more as a gentle guide of what it means to get free. So I'm labeling this 30 days to liberation. And my grandest intention is to share some sort of conversation with you every single day for the next 30 days leading up to July, which July is a difficult month for me. It's the forever threshold of before and after in my life. And it coincides with, this idea of independence here in America, this big celebration of the 4th of July. And for me, it's a marker, it's an indicator of every year that I've made it through the biggest trauma and tragedy of my life, the loss of my parents. Homicide and suicide, always difficult to say, even though I'm coming up on 12 years. And I'm proud of who I am in these 12 years of space and patience and reckoning with truth in ways that maybe without this tragedy, I never would have the ability to do. So, as some of you know, right, like this whole Substack community is centered around with great purpose. And purpose to me has only been really catalyzed and found through pain, through tragedy, through trauma, through grief. And these are portals. These are ways into a deeper and grander connection with the heart within our chest and the humanity throughout all this world. So I'm going to take a breath here because I do feel really vulnerable. And I know that that's also like exciting. I want more transparency. I want more truth and tenderness in what I'm able to create and share in these platforms. So I'm excited for that. And seeing as we're leading up these next 30 days into July and July 4th here in America, why not use them, y'all? Why not use them to get a little bit more free? So that's why I'm here. I can't do the work for you, just as you cannot do the work for me. So I will be a gentle guide in this journey, and I'm just going to be sharing with you, again, story, struggles, tools that have been transformative in me and my ability to heal. Not that I'm ever going to be completely done with that work, which I'm okay with. That's why I'm here and human. But I have healed, and I have found my way through a lot of defeat and a lot of darkness. And what I find in my story, y'all, is it's not singular. It's not isolated. We are all going through something. We have all gone through something, and collectively, we are all right now going through a lot. So let's again use this as a portal to awaken, to liberate, to love. And that's why I'm here. So I thank you for being here with me. Today, my hope is on day one, right? This introduction, this intention of these next 30 days. And it's a beautiful day here in Midland. So I'm really blessed to be outside and to feel like the breath of life on my skin, the sun on my skin. So I hope that you are able to do something today that gives you ground and gives you grace. And I thought it would be interesting as well as exciting to do a little oracle card reading, which has been also transformative in these last 12 years for me. It's not something I ever did prior. So you're going to hear a lot of before and after. You are meeting me in the after, and I'm definitely a different person than who I was 12 years ago, which is, again, exciting. Change is a natural experience to this human experience and world. Nothing is the same, yet so much of what we go through, y'all, we get conditioned to freeze, to be the same. And I just can't anymore. So even those who think you know me, meet me here and now, and I'll meet you here and now, and let's see what's possible. So in this space of the last 12 years ish, we're almost there. One of the things that found me is Reiki and oracle card readings, and of course the practice of yoga, meditation, slowing down, being with the turbulence, being with the trauma, being with the grief. And it was really difficult to do because I wanted to do something. I wanted to move beyond it and get through it quickly. And unfortunately, y'all, that's really not sustainable or real. It's a really slow process. But in the slow process, these things have found me, and I have found them to be absolutely transformative, supportive, insightful, healing. I always want to name to whoever I'm working with and whoever I'm in space with, I only work with love and light. And when I work with these cards, sometimes people have like a conditioned bias or belief that maybe it's woo woo or maybe they attach some fear onto it. I like want to make sure we like get that out of here. Only working with love and light, the God of my understanding, in hopes of connecting with you and your love and light and God of your understanding. So my hope is we're going to shuffle some cards. We're going to set the tone for this month, these next 30 days, and asking from that higher power, that higher source, what they want to share with us. The two decks I felt called to share today, one is the Wild Oracle Offering deck, which if you're in space with me, you're very familiar with this deck. I love this deck. It's just clear, concise cards, beautiful cards, awesome messages. 52 cards in the deck, so we'll see which card we get out of 52. And then I'm also bringing in the Archangel Oracle deck, which angels have been like my greatest friends since I went through everything that I've gone through. I've really leaned on the angelic realm and I talk to them every single day. And angels themselves, y'all, are just messengers of the heart, messengers of love. And I felt like these two decks would be powerful to set the tone of these next 30 days together. And again, 30 days towards liberation. I'm also going to encourage you to really think about, too, what is liberation to you? What would that feel like? How would you define that? What would that look like in your day-to-day, breath-by-breath life? And as you consider what liberation is to you, what is liberation to all? And what is the bridge, right? What is the conduit connector in your liberation inward, as well as like sharing that out in the world in every which way that you can? So before I get into the decks, y'all, let's take a moment and just like take a couple big breaths in and out of our body. If you need to shift, if you need to wiggle, if you may need to make some shapes, y'all, I invite that in and use this moment right here and right now. Like get a little more free, get a little bit more spacious. Feel the breath in your body. Feel your body connected to the ground, held in here and holy. And fill your mind with the curiosity of what does liberation mean to you? Entertain the sensations of what would it feel like to be liberated from the inside out. Mentally, what thoughts are supportive in you knowing that freedom, and what thoughts are not? And how can you empower yourself, right, to like discern and Move through those differences so you can stay in a space of your power, resourced by your own light, resourced by your own love, and being curious how that catalyzes into so much more. For me, liberation feels like transparency, truthfulness, honesty, spaciousness. It feels like dynamics, equity, diversity. It feels like this breath that I just took into my body and this exhale too. Feels like the removal of ideas that I need to do anymore or that I could ever be less. Liberation to me feels like love, unconditioned, and omnipresent, always with, even when I forget, even when I'm divided, fatigued. Liberation to me feels like peace. And I want that so badly on the outer world, y'all, that I know I need to be more diligent and disciplined and protecting and nourishing that peace for me. And this work right there, y'all, does that. So stay with me. You might even bring your hands to your heart. I'm going to grab the decks. Day 1 of this 30-day journey together of getting more and more and more free. I'm going to kindly ask that you might bring your hands to your own heart. And you don't have to close your eyes, but maybe you soften them. And if you could join me bringing some awareness into the very center of your chest. And regardless of time and space, day and date, connecting here with me. Connecting here with you, your heart, your highest, your happiest, your healthiest, your most abundant and free. And I'm calling in all that love us, all that know us, all that wants us well, all that are in support of these 30 days with intention and vulnerability, so that we can know even more intimately, even more closely, what it is to be free. And just like the trauma and the grief that I experience in my world, y'all, in my life, not isolated, not singular, same thing here. The liberation, the love, the empowerment, not singular. So let's lift our hearts really high. I'm feeling called to use the Oracle deck first. The wind is flowing so sweetly right now. We're going to see what's going to happen. Asking for one card to set the tones, to set the theme, what we need to know. Here comes Manny Man. All in support, y'all. So breathe with me. We got the trust card, y'all. The trust card. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Trust. I also feel like the support and guidance of trusting ourselves, trusting myself, what I'm able to share, what you're able to receive. This is not about dependency upon me, y'all. This is about like coming home to yourself, trusting what you need, and knowing that you can take it, you can resource it, you can make it happen for you in real time. trusting that there is something higher, loving, kind, and just that wants us free and liberated and doing the inner work as well as the outer work so we can like see that and feel that and be that. And just trusting the whole entire process itself without the expectation of what we think it'll be. So that's exciting. Now we're going to move into the Archangel deck and see what happens. So let's breathe some trust into our bodies. Let's breathe some trust out into the world. And keep that cycle and rhythm going. Funny. We are overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you. You are surmounting any previous challenges. That feels empowering. That feels like the threshold, right, of the before, the now, and what can be after. That helps me remove the obstacles of fear and doubt, and also catalyze a little bit more connection to that trust. Also got the Remember Who You Are card. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So maybe when we move away from that trust, we can remember who we are and who we are to one another. And that also helps me like working towards that freedom, working towards that liberation. Remember who you are, not the imprints of the past, not the unsolicited advice and labels placed upon me outside and in. Remember who we are. Then we also got some support to go outside, y'all. Go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature to relieve stress, and gain new creative ideas. I'm gonna help you alone by to right now. Y'all like that thing. Yeah, here we are. Let's get our hearts nice and high, y'all. You might even reach your arms up over your head. Taking a little breath here to shake anything out that could keep us from the trust, keep us from that empowerment of like, okay, it's behind me. I'm moving through, I'm moving towards, I'm moving forward, remembering who we are. And let's just take a big breath into that. I'm excited. I'm grateful. I'm a little nervous. So if you're here with me, leave some love. Let me know that you're in here for the journey. Every day is going to be a little different and maybe even the same. Let's not have an expectation, right? But just know that I'm going to be more intentional about showing up and sharing that which I can, sharing the stories, the struggles, the shadows, the strengths, all that keeps me doing my best to stay regulated and resourced and knowing that if I can do that, you're able to, okay? You're able to. I love you with all my heart. Leave some love. Share this with someone who might also benefit with this 30-day journey together. And as always, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, thank you, thank you to the elements, the ethers, the love, the light, the guidance, the gods, all that is here for us, wanting us well, wanting us free. I love y'all. Until next time, y'all.